Okay, out in the field, we get a lot of questions on our stakes on what exactly does a 3x3 mean. So let's say this is our stake, this is the ribbon, and the person sees it's a 3x3 off of curb face. Or, it could be a 10x10 off a wall or a 10x10 off a PL. And what does that 10x10 and that 3x3 mean? And I do understand it's confusing. So let's pretend like this is a wall, or yeah, let's just pretend like it's a wall. And let's say the offsets are going to be put on off of this face of the wall. Normally, so let's say these are 10-foot offsets. So there we go. So normally, if it would be staked out here, this is like an exterior angle. So these will all be, 10-foot offset that face a wall, and we'll have a 10-foot offset. It'd be an angle point back, if the line's going this way, so it's going back on this line, and this one would be angle point ahead because it's continuing the line this way. So all of these 10-foot offsets are going to be in line. All of these 10-foot offsets are going to be in line. So what if, that's that exterior angle, what if the offsets are going to go on the inside? Let me darken this up a little bit so we see our wall still. So let's say the offsets are going to be on this side of the wall. The same thing is going to happen. We're going to put 10-foot offsets. So these are all in line in 10 feet in line, and these are all 10 feet in line. This one right here will say 10 by 10. And what that means is on this line, it's 10 feet to the wall and then 10 feet to that corner. Same this way. 10 feet on this, so 10 feet production of this line to the face, and then 10 feet this way. But since this is a diagonal distance, it's going to be greater than 10 feet. So believe me, I understand the confusion. This is just the way we've always done it. And lately, I've been changing it to where it's a 10 by 10, but on the lathe, I will give the distance, which is actually 1414, to the angle point. So I made a little cheat sheet on how to calculate that. So basically for every foot, okay, so let's say the only thing we can get is 1 by 1 because it's curved, it's a really small little angle point. So if this was the curve and we put a little 1 by 1, it's 1 foot, but this diagonal is going to be 1.41 feet. It's a good thing to write down this number, carry it out to 1.1414, because if you multiply this number by whatever foot the, if it's a 3x3 or a 5x5, 4x4, 16.16, multiply 16.16 by 1.414, and it'll give you that distance. So, that's just like a little cheat number. Store that number. And so you can see right here. So like a 2x2 would be 2.82 feet. 3x3, 4.24. Notice the 2.82 is double of that. So a 10 by 10, again, it's 10 times that. If you took 10 times 1.414, you get 1414. And so to me, that's an easier way to figure out what that distance is. And so if you still had that angle, even though you have a line of stakes, what if you only had 2 or 3 stakes? Now you know what this distance is, and you can kind of scribe it out. And you have this line established. Now you can intersect it and kind of check your work. Otherwise, you can just be going all over the place. But there you go, 1.414. times any of the feet. And these are all going to be the same. So there'll be no such thing as a 3 by 3.5. It's all going to be a 3. It's all going to be a whole number, or at least it's going to be the same number on both sides. Maybe 3.5 by 3.5, but the numbers will be the same on both sides. So I hope that helps on how to read stakes.